The Zephyrian fleet hung in the void like predatory hawks, their sleek vessels bristling with plasma cannons and quantum torpedoes. Admiral Kexthal watched through the bridge's crystalline viewport as the small rebellion convoy limped toward the Nexus station, their ships trailing debris and sparking energy conduits. The battle had been swift and decisive, or so it seemed. "Status report," Kexthal commanded, his three-eyed gaze never leaving the fleeing rebels. 16 rebel vessels remaining, sir. Their flagship is critically damaged. Estimated 30 minutes until complete destruction of their forces. The tactical officer's voice carried the confidence of inevitable victory. The Zephyrian Empire had crushed countless rebellions across the galaxy. Their technology was superior, their numbers overwhelming, their tactics refined through centuries of conquest. These human-led rebels were just another footnote in the Empire's glorious expansion. Captain Sarah Chen gripped the armrest of her command chair as another explosion rocked the rebel flagship Freedom's Edge. Sparks cascaded from overhead panels, and the acrid smell of burning circuits filled the bridge. Her small fleet, what remained of it, was trapped in the Kepler Nebula with nowhere to run. "Hull breach on Deck 7, reported her tactical officer, Lieutenant Torres. "We've lost main engines. Running on emergency power only." Sarah's jaw tightened. They had fought bravely, but the Empire's forces were simply too strong. The rebellion had lasted 3 years, striking at Imperial supply lines and liberating occupied worlds, but it seemed their luck had finally run out. "Ma'am," Communications Officer Park called out, his voice tense with urgency. "I'm detecting something strange. Long-range sensors are picking up massive gravitational distortions approaching our position." "Imperial reinforcements?" Sarah asked, though she knew it made no sense. The Empire already had more than enough firepower to finish them. "Negative. The signature is different. Unknown configuration." Aboard the Zephyrian command ship, alarms suddenly began blaring. The bridge erupted in confused chatter as officers scrambled to their stations. "Admiral," the sensor operator's voice cracked with disbelief. "Massive contact emerging from hyperspace. It's enormous." Kexthal's eyes narrowed. "Impossible. Our intelligence indicated no other forces in this sector." The space before them began to ripple and twist, reality itself seeming to bend. A massive tear opened in the fabric of space-time, and from it emerged something that defied comprehension. The human battleship, Indomitable, materialized, like a leviathan rising from the depths. It was 1.5 kilometers long, bristling with weapon arrays that seemed to pulse with barely contained energy. Its hull was scarred from countless battles, but it moved with the grace of a predator that had never known defeat. "By the void," Kexthal whispered. On the rebel flagship, the crew stared in stunned silence at the massive vessel that had appeared between them and certain death. "Captain," Torres said slowly, "I'm reading human biosignatures aboard that ship. Thousands of them." Sarah felt her heart race. "Open a channel." The main screen flickered to life, revealing a grizzled human face with steel-gray eyes and a jaw that spoke of unbreakable determination. The man wore the uniform of the Old Earth Defense Force, a military organization that hadn't existed for over 50 years. "This is Admiral Marcus Kane of the Earth battleship Indomitable," the man said, his voice carrying across space like rolling thunder. "To the Imperial forces, you have 30 seconds to withdraw from this system, or we will demonstrate why humanity earned its reputation as the galaxy's most dangerous species." Kexthal's mandibles clicked in irritation. "A single ship? Does this human think he can intimidate the might of the Zephyrian Empire?" The Admiral gestured dismissively. "Destroy that vessel. Show these rebels the futility of resistance." The Imperial fleet opened fire, thousands of plasma bolts and energy beams converging on the human battleship. The attack was coordinated, overwhelming, designed to vaporize any known vessel in the galaxy. The Indomitable didn't even slow down. Energy shields flared around the massive ship, absorbing the Imperial barrage like rain on an umbrella. Counterfire erupted from its weapon arrays, not the familiar energy weapons of known technology, but something far more terrifying. Kinetic projectiles accelerated to relativistic speeds, followed by exotic matter bombs that seemed to tear holes in space itself. The first Imperial cruiser simply ceased to exist, its atoms scattered across light years in a microsecond. The second and third followed in rapid succession. Impossible, Kex Thule snarled. What kind of weapons are those? Admiral Kane's voice cut through the chaos on the Imperial bridge. Did you think humanity spent the last century hiding in the outer rim systems doing nothing? We've been preparing, learning, adapting. The Indomitable surged forward, its massive bulk moving with impossible speed. More Imperial ships died, their crews never understanding what hit them. The human battleship wasn't just using superior technology, it was employing tactics and strategies that the Empire had never encountered. Sarah Chen watched in amazement as the tide of battle completely reversed. Who is he? Where did that ship come from? Lieutenant Taurus was frantically scanning databases. Malm, Admiral Marcus Kane, was reported killed in action 53 years ago, during the Siege of Proxima. But according to these readings, that's definitely him. 53 years. Sarah breathed. They've been out there all this time. On the Imperial command ship, panic was setting in. Half their fleet was already destroyed, and the human battleship showed no signs of slowing down. Admiral, we should retreat, urged the tactical officer. This vessel is beyond our capabilities. Kex Thule's pride warred with his survival instincts. The Empire had never retreated from a human force. But as another squadron of his ships exploded in brilliant fireballs, reality could no longer be denied. All ships, withdraw to the Rigel system, he commanded through gritted teeth. We'll report this anomaly to the High Command. As the Imperial fleet fled into hyperspace, Admiral Kane opened a channel to the rebel convoy. His weathered face appeared on Sarah's screen, and she saw something in his eyes that she hadn't felt in years: hope. Captain Chen, Kane said with a slight smile, we've been monitoring your rebellion for some time. Impressive work, considering your limited resources. Admiral, we thought you were dead. All of you. Death is a luxury humanity can't afford, Kane replied. Not while there are empires to topple and freedom to restore. The Indomitable is just the first. There are others, an entire fleet, scattered across the rim systems, waiting for the right moment to strike. Sarah felt tears forming in her eyes. Are you saying, the rebellion isn't ending, Captain? It's just beginning. And this time, we're bringing the full might of human ingenuity to bear. As the massive battleship turned toward the fleeing Imperial forces, Sarah realized that everything had changed. The Empire had ruled through fear and superior numbers, but they had never faced humanity when it was truly angry. The galaxy would never be the same.